If you speaking on the rack, I'm top 3. I ain't talking videos, they watch me. He can't come to his hood, that's not me. I'm a one-on-one.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Anthony, and today I'm coming back at you with another video. So today, got something special for you guys, man. Got a video you guys have been requesting. You guys told me I need to react to the Sacramento gang war by Swamp Stories, the Oak Park versus G Parkway. I reacted to one of them, like a kind of explanation video, but you guys said, nah, they didn't explain that good enough at all. You need to watch these videos. It's a couple videos I recommended. Try to get these all out to you guys, but yeah, man, I'm finna check this out, see what's really going on, see what this music is talking about. Cause I've been listening to the music, but you know, I need some more explanation so I can really understand like what it is, you know. So we finna check it out, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and yeah, if y'all need to pause the video, go get y'all some popcorn. 18-minute video.
Welcome back to Swamp Story.
Gonna sit back and see what they talking about, man.
First and foremost, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, and you guys make it what it is. And for those of you who are new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe if you like the video.
Yeah, I already said like and subscribe to my channel too.
Get ready, because this is gonna be the craziest video to date. This one is mind-blowing. For this series, we leave the Bay and head up Highway 80 to Sacramento, the lamest city in California. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say, y'all gonna let them try y'all like that? I was about to say, from the stuff I've been reading, Sacramento ain't going like that.
Leave the Bay and head up Highway 80 to Sacramento, the lamest city in California. I'm just kidding. Sacramento is actually a mad underrated city, and they definitely do not get the credit they deserve for their influence on the Bay culture. I'll admit that we love to look down on Sacramento, but that will stop after this series, because you'll see why Sacktown...
Bro, is that true? Was Sacramento like, y'all wasn't getting the respect y'all deserved back in the day? Because from looking at it now, when I started listening to the music, when y'all introduced me to it, seemed like y'all already, you know, had some respect, had stuff going. But I don't know. Was it like that before? Because I know LA had, like, you know, a lot of the rappers and stuff that a lot of people know of. But I ain't know they were trying to disrespect Sacramento like that. I ain't know.
Town is nothing to play with. Sacramento streets operate differently than the Bay Area.
Y'all got a river going through y'all city? I didn't know that.
Unlike the Bay, Sacramento has Bloods and Crips. That's because many Sacramento residents moved up from LA while Bay residents came from the South. When they moved to Sac, they brought their bandanas with them. Certain neighborhoods are Crip and others are Blood, but it's not as simple as Blood versus Crip. In Sacramento, there are Bloods that beef with Bloods and Crips that beef with Crips. In typical Northern California fashion, the hood politics are messy and make zero sense. In this series, I'll make sense of it all for you to understand. In this video,
please do, please.
we're going to be talking about the Oak Park Bloods against the G Parkway. Well, they're not really Crips or Bloods, they're kind of both, but...
Oh, that's Filthy Rich, ain't it? Yeah. The other dude, that's Mozzie neighborhood, I'm pretty sure.
Basically, Oak Park versus G Parkway.
That ain't Filthy Rich, that's CML, my fault. Filthy Rich, the other dude Mozzie was beefing with. That's CML Lavish. Yep, that's him.
But before we get into it, let me run the intro.
My apologies to all the Sacramento people out there. Intro hard, Swamp Stories. Yeah. Events also in comment section. Donut Shop killing, House Party 1, House Party 2, Lil Stay, David Perkins, Macy's shooting, Garbage Truck shooting, Lil Nick shooting, Barbershop Massacre, Oakland, man. Okay. Get into it then.
Oak Park is most famous for the rapper Mozzie, and G Parkway is famous for CML, also known as Lavish D. We're going to start from the beginning though. The neighborhoods formed their gang affiliations in the 1980s crack era. That's when Crips and Bloods from LA moved up to Sacramento to sell drugs. They essentially took over the streets and implemented their gang culture from LA. Not only did they bring drugs, but they brought violence, especially in these two areas. Some attribute the building of Highway 50 and Highway 99 to Oak Park's problems. The freeways essentially cut off the neighborhood from the rest of Sacramento. Oak Park is basically known for three sections: 4th Ave, where Mozzie's from, 33rd Street, and 12th Ave. They operate basically as one big gang called the Oak Park Bloods. They call themselves FAB or FAB and 612, which is the number code for FAB. The gang was started by a man named Nigel Collins from Pomona, California, outside of LA. Since the inception of the Oak Park Bloods, their biggest rival has...
Look at the little dog, man. Little dog. I'm trying to make that dog look vicious, man. That's where hood dudes always trying to get him, boy. Get him. Making their dog look vicious. Boy, your dog want to play.
California.
But don't get it twisted. Some of them dogs do be killers, though. Don't get it twisted.
Outside of LA. Since the inception of the Oak Park Bloods, their biggest rival has been South Sacramento's G Parkway neighborhood. Oak Park also has had beef with Del Paso Heights and other areas in Sac, but for this video, we're going to focus on G Parkway. The G Parkway was formed a little differently than Oak Park. Many of G Parkway's residents didn't come from LA, they actually came from Oakland. In order to defend themselves from Sacramento gangs, G Parkway's new residents formed their own gang, and they called it the G Mob. The G Mob was started by a legendary family called the Barksdales. Remember that name.
Barksdale's like David Barksdale, BD in Chicago. If you know, you know.
Barksdale. The G Mob started calling themselves the Stars later in the 2000s, but they also go by G Mob or Stars. It's all the same thing. They affiliate with the Crips and also some Bloods, but they're really from Oakland, so they don't really do the Crip and Blood thing that heavily. They really just bang their project. G Parkway is still very connected to Oakland to this day. The G Parkway and Oak Park beef is kind of like any beef across America, but actually it's a little bit different. This beef is one of the craziest ones you've ever heard of. These gangs are fearless and they will let it blow with no hesitation. You'll get to see why. Let's start off in the 2000s. June 16th, 2004. It's one...
Oh, they stuff go back far. Because I know in Chicago and stuff, when they start talking about the wars and stuff, they go 2010, 2011, 2012. These are going back 2004. So this stuff been going on.
1:30 p.m. in Oak Park. A man from G Parkway named Michael Cherry is visiting a friend in Oak Park. As he leaves his friend's house, 3 men surround him. They press him about being in Oak Park when he's not supposed to be, especially because he's from enemy territory. According to Cherry, he runs back into the house and is shot while running. He hops through the back window.
Why y'all had to use the Ricky from Boys in the Hood? Why y'all had to use this video, man? Y'all bogus.
Cherry, he runs back into the house and is shot while running. He hops through the back window, runs into the street where he sees a garbage truck. He jumps in the garbage truck and asks the man to get him out of Oak Park. The garbage man says that Cherry had a gun, so he followed his orders.
What kind of movie scene is this, bro? So he was getting shot at. He walked out the house, got surrounded, ran back in the house, getting shot at. Bullets, I don't know if they say he got shot right there. Bullets hitting him. He runs to the garbage man. Man, I was the garbage man. I was like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, boy, I'd have drove off on him. Boy, no. But if he had a gun, I guess. But man.
Cherry denies having a gun though. As the garbage truck drives away, the 3 Oak Park men spin the block in their Malibu, looking for Cherry. The driver remains...
Bro, please don't tell me they shoot up the garbage truck. Please don't tell me they shoot up the garbage truck.
Calm, and the Malibu doesn't see Cherry inside the truck. Then, Cherry realizes he's shot and has the man drive him to G Parkway instead of the hospital. That's Cherry's side of the story.
I mean, if it was... Bro, I guess it was non-threatening, I guess. But, bro, you get shot, you tell him, take me back to the hood, bro. Instead of the hospital, you must want to die.
But there has to be more to it, because one of the Oak Park men was shot twice, and guns don't shoot themselves. Neither side would cooperate with officers, so all the charges would be dropped. The incident would kick off more tensions between the areas though. July 28th, 2005. Oak Park Blood member David Perkins, who Mozzie refers to in his songs as Perk, decides to meet up with some associates from Valley High Bloods in South Sacramento. They decided to pull up on their rivals, and listen to this. They pulled up 8 deep in 2 separate cars. That's when they hop out of the cars on foot and run down on the rival apartments. They start shooting from all angles. David Perkins is actually the first person to shoot. The rest of the members shoot too. The rivals start booking it, running back into the apartments. They take cover and none of them get hit. They successfully avoided the blitz. That's when all the Bloods decide to hop back in their...
Wow. 8 dudes hop out, all shooting, and don't nobody hit nothing? I don't know, bro. Maybe this life wasn't for y'all, man. How y'all shooting all them bullets, ain't hitting nobody? Not one person. 8 different guns. Y'all all shooting. Y'all ain't hit nothing. Boy, you had to fight everybody in the gang after that. Ain't no way you just went on there and shot. I don't know how many bullets was actually fired, but bro, y'all ain't hit nobody. Well, it's good y'all ain't hit nobody. You don't want to see nobody die, but bro, y'all is terrible gang members. Y'all are terrible shooters, bro. Y'all shooting like Westbrook out there.
Their cars. But
y'all Ben Simmons with the gun.
that's when they notice David Perkins slumped over and bleeding. They help him into the car and speed off. His Valley High associates.
Oh my God. Bro, y'all ain't hit nobody, but they hit y'all?
Don't want to take him to the hospital because they don't want to be arrested for the shooting. So they dump him on the sidewalk near his aunt's house where he bleeds to death.
Nah, that's cold. That's cold right there. Y'all both, boy, if that happened to me, I would haunt y'all for the rest of my, y'all would get haunted every single day. Y'all would get haunted. Y'all don't take me to that. Y'all could have just threw me at the door, bro. At the hospital. Y'all gonna throw me out the car and let me bleed? Pretty sure he's begging them to take him to the hospital. But, bro, I don't know if it was one of his homies had accidentally shot him or the ops was firing back. But, bro, that's how it is in the movies. Y'all know in the movies where it's like the bad guys, they got AK-47s, they got AR-15s, they shooting at the good guys, right? But the good guy got one little old pistol and they missing all the shots on the good guy. Good guy comes, shoots the pistol, boom, boom, 2 headshots and kills somebody. Like, I don't know, bro.
This is where things get interesting.
Okay. Hey, just, bro, that's just dirty, bro. That's just dirty. I get what they was doing. They ain't want to go to jail, but, bro, at the same time, bro, at least get your man some help, something. Yesterday, I dropped him off in front of his auntie crib. Did y'all at least bang on auntie dope? Like, auntie, take him to the hospital? Y'all just left him out there. Like, that stuff crazy, man.
Valley High blood member and close Oak Park associate Kenneth K9 Carter decides to testify against the gang to receive immunity, meaning he gets all his charges dropped and walks away free if he testifies. He decides to tell them everything they needed. He tells prosecutors all the names of the people involved in the ambush. He says they plan on getting their revenge on their rivals for the death of their friend Wesley Hunter. He tells them that David Perkins was not killed by the rivals and actually it was friendly fire.
I told y'all, man, because it don't make no sense, bro. If the ops went running, it had to be friendly fire. See, that's why people be on these drills. They be dumb, bro. If y'all all standing shooting at somebody, don't shoot from behind me. Please don't shoot from behind me. Go on the other side and shoot. Go on this side of me and shoot. Do not shoot. If I'm shooting in front of you, don't try to shoot over my shoulder or nothing. No, bro. That's why you don't be the, I don't know. Don't be the first one to hop out. You be the last one.
That's when prosecutors grab Denisho Collins and find his Tech 9. Ballistics show that Denisho's gun shot David Perkins. Denisho would get 25 years to life for the murder, and 2 other members would get 25 years, and another member would get 15 years. Kenneth K9 Carter would walk away free with no charges, and he was involved in the shooting. Basically, friendly fire took the life of Mozzie's close friend.
Dang, bro. He snitched for immunity, but it's like, bro, you snitch, right? But your family ain't never gonna be safe. You ain't never gonna be safe. You gotta live your life in fear. You gotta move to a whole different. You probably gotta move to New York now, man. Get out the country, go to Canada or something. Move your family.
March 15th, 2006. 2 G-Mob members are at a donut shop near G Parkway. That's when Oak Park blood member Saron Hill, aka Duty, walks in the shop to confront them. He tells them he's looking for their gang member, Donald Stone, and asks where he is. Before the men can even speak, Duty pulls out his gun and shoots both of them. One of them would die on the scene. Rest in peace, Jack Lawrence.
In the
It's
stove?
June 11th, 2006, 1 p.m. A group of young men from G Parkway are leaving Macy's in downtown Sacramento. That's when they run into a group of Oak Park Bloods. At first, the group start arguing. They all take off their size 4XL tees, I imagine, and start fighting.
Yo, why you trying to play with y'all like that? Y'all was wearing them big ass t-shirts back in the day, eh? We ain't forget. Them boys was down to the ankles.
Groups start arguing. They all take off their size 4XL tees, I imagine, and start fighting. They handled the situation the way it should be. Just a simple group fist fight. Well then, a crowd of bystanders crowd around to watch the fight. Tensions get high, and that's when 16-year-old Oak Park member Miguel Enriquez pulls out his gun. He starts shooting at the rivals while yelling "Fab" in Oak Park. One bullet strikes a 19-year-old G Parkway man named Eric Young. Another bullet strikes G Parkway member Malcolm Brewer. Eric Young would tragically pass away. Oak Park Blood member Miguel Enriquez has been in Salinas Valley State Prison since. He may be released in 2023 on parole due to California's new law. January 17th, 2007.
I ain't got much time to do.
Three Oak Park teenagers take the train down to South Sacramento. They get off on Florin Road in the middle of enemy territory. They enter a mini-mart as two G-Mob members are leaving. The two G-Mob members wait for the Oak Park boys outside the mini-mart. They exchange words when one of the Oak Park members, Lamar, punches G-Mob member Lil Stay. Lamar knocks him down while Lil Stay pulls out his pistol. Lamar starts to run. He starts to run away fast. G-Mob member Lil Stay starts shooting his pistol. His aim was really good because he knocks down Lamar in the middle of the street. Lamar would pass away after being struck.
Dang. That's crazy, man. That's why you can't even fight nowadays, bro. You couldn't even fight back then. People were shooting. People, man, it's crazy out here, man.
Jamel Lil Stay Stevens would receive 50 years to life. March
50 years? Yeah. Even though they did beat you, they was running away and you shot them in the back, but 50 years? Jeez.
23rd, 2007. A group of young teenagers from Oak Park are at a house party in Del Paso Heights. They're all 15 and 16 years old because it's a high school party. The young Oak Park members feel threatened and they feel like they're gonna get jumped. They leave the house party and call 15-year-old Jarrell Ties, who's an Oak Park Blood member. They head back to the party to wait outside before Jarrell arrives. Jarrell pulls up slowly, turns off his headlights and tells them, "You guys go home right now." That's when the Oak Park teenagers run from the area. Jarrell Ties gets out of his car and starts unloading his .40 caliber handgun into the party. That's when he hops back into his car and speeds off. A 16-year-old girl named Jalissa Office is
Wow. See, bro, why shooting to the crowd, bro? I don't understand. Like, why, bro? Shoot at the people you trying to hit. Hit your target. Stop shooting the crowds, hitting innocents.
Hops back into his car and speeds off. A 16-year-old girl named Jalissa Office is pronounced dead on the scene. Jarrell Ties would be arrested for the murder. He would confess to his cousin that the murder was him, and that was a mistake for his freedom. That confession would end up getting him life in prison.
Wow.
May 2nd, 2007. A G-Mob affiliate from Oakland is at a nightclub near Sacramento State. He gets into an argument with Oak Park Bloods at the club. The Oakland man starts doing his turf dance after the argument. Mind you, this sounds goofy now, but this was the hyphy era, and this was regular activity.
Them boys is dance battling up in the club. Boy, imagine you get killed over a dance battle. But nah, I understand it's like deeper than that, but that's funny.
The argument. Mind you, this sounds goofy now, but this was the hyphy era, and this was regular activities. The Oak Park members felt disrespected. They would attack him in the club. The bouncers would throw everyone out of the club. This is when tragedy hits. The G-Mob member from Oakland allegedly tries to run over the Oak Park Bloods with his car. That's when Oak Park's David Falls starts busting at the car. 20-year-old female Sacramento State student Kebret Teko would pass away.
Wow.
All these innocents. Ethiopian immigrant with dreams of being a doctor. The new generation of G-Mob start calling themselves the Stars at this point, but they still go by G-Mob too. August 22nd, 2008. Young G-Mob members are at a house party in South Sac, smoking, drinking, dancing with girls. 6 to 8 teenage Oak Park Bloods walk in the party. The G-Mob boys rep their set and yell expletives at the Oak Park boys. Marvell Barksdale hears commotion while he's in the backyard. He opens the sliding glass door to come inside and sees the Oak Park members. He pulls out his gun and shoots 16-year-old Robert Haynes dead. Robert Haynes was a football player, and many from the outside thought it was just a random murder, wrong place, wrong time. Those assumptions would change though. They found gunpowder residue on his hands, proving that he shot the gun as well, or at least that he was holding a gun that had been fired recently.
At least he shot back.
G-Mob defense said that Oak Park Bloods came into the house party to cause problems. They had their guns out and they're ready to do whatever. The G-Mob defense makes perfect sense. The Oak Park Bloods came into the party to cause problems, and the G-Mob acted in self-defense. It was even proven that Oak Park members let off shots too. Regardless of that, the courts didn't want to hear that side. G-Mob member Marvell Barksdale would be
36 years? They came in your crib trying to start problems? Man, this court system is so messed up. What are you supposed to do? Just let them come in the crib and just shoot them? Well, that's what you're supposed to do?
sent to prison for a minimum of 36 years.
36.
G Parkway and Oak Park are bitter rivals. It's on site at any time, at a club, at a donut shop, or at a house party. They truly just hate each other. That hate would continue to the next generation too. The next generation of Oak Park was headed by a rapper named Lil Nick. He was an up-and-coming rapper representing his hood, but he wasn't just rapping. He was living the street life too. October 24th, 2009. It's 2 a.m. after a Webby concert in Sacramento. Lil Nick is in the parking garage of the venue with his friend Sean Joyner when he runs into a man named David Blanks. David Blanks is a South Sacramento Crip from 29th Street set, right by the G-Mob. When David Blanks sees Lil Nick, he reps his set by saying 29th Street. Lil Nick would respond and say, "This is Oak Park." That's when Lil Nick whips out and starts shooting at David Blanks. He leaves him dead on the pavement. Lil Nick and Sean Joyner would drive off. Police would suspect that it was a gang-related shooting, but would not have enough evidence to prove who did the shooting. That's until two women would come forward to testify. David Blanks' girlfriend would tell prosecutors.
Yep, that's what happens, bro. The females, y'all gotta watch it. Females will tell, bro. Females will tell, for sure, for sure.
That's until two women would come forward to testify. David Blank's girlfriend would tell prosecutors that Lil Nick shot her boyfriend dead. Then Sean Joyner's baby mama would come forward and testify that her baby daddy, Sean Joyner, was with Lil Nick when the shooting occurred. Police hadn't even suspected of Sean.
The baby mama? Oh, bro. See, this is crazy because, like, you sending your baby's father to jail. And y'all be wondering, I mean, yeah, he did commit the crime. Yeah. But you ain't have to say nothing, bro. You ain't have to send that man to jail. Now your baby finna grow up without a dad. Because you want to, and it's already hard enough in this world for black folks growing up. And you going to just disadvantage him even more? Crazy.
Sean Joyner being there until his own baby mama would come and snitch on him. So Sean Joyner and Lil Nick would be sentenced to 40 years to life in prison.
40 years. Because your baby mama snitched on you, man. He had, man. Wow.
I know Sean Joyner must hate his baby mama now.
I'll put a hit out on her. No cap. You got to. As she done sentenced you to 40 years, you ain't never going to see your son or daughter, whatever you have with her, bro. Like, this might be top tier bitter baby mama moments. See, getting your baby daddy sent to 40 years? Jeez.
To life in prison. I know Sean Joyner must.
She better not come see you in jail either. I
hate his baby mama now. Because my goodness. If all these events haven't blown your mind yet, I promise you this one will. December 15th, 2010. It's 12 noon when two men walk into the Fly Cuts barbershop in South Sacramento. The first man is Lonnie Mitchell. He's wearing a black hoodie with a Tech 9 machine gun tucked under it. His brother Lewis walks in behind him strapped with a 9mm handgun in his pocket. Inside the barbershop, there are two men getting their haircut, Larry Jones and Ernest S., who's there with his son. They can sense something is up with the Mitchells who just walked in the shop with their guns. They quietly call their friend James Carney to come as soon as possible. James Carney calls the Barksdales to come as well. James Carney rolls up and parks across the street. One of the men getting his haircut, Ernest S., runs out of the shop with his son to go put him in the back of the car. Remember, the Barksdales are the founders of the G-Mob. Marvion and Charles Barksdale pull up to the barbershop with a man and a woman riding with them. When the Mitchells notice, Lewis and Lonnie Mitchell walk out of the barbershop and stand outside. The Barksdales get out of their car and walk towards the Mitchells. That's when both groups pull out their guns and start shooting. Carney ducks down and starts shooting his revolver towards the Mitchells. Lonnie Mitchell starts letting his Tech 9 rip in all directions, Tony Montana style. One of the bullets from Carney's small revolver hits a woman who's shielding her 2-year-old son. Marvion Barksdale is also shot. When Marvion notices that his brother is shot, he drags him into the car and they drive off. That's when the Mitchells turn around and start firing randomly into the barbershop and hit witnesses.
Why, bro? Why? I guess, No, I don't guess. You know, you killing, you know, I guess like no witnesses and stuff, but bro, innocent people in a barbershop, they had nothing to do with this. Man. And it's like you in the barbershop, you trying to hide from the gunfire. Like, man, they shooting outside. Everybody go to the back closet and hide. But they come shoot you. It's crazy.
That's when the Mitchells turn around and start firing randomly into the barbershop and hit witnesses. They injure 4 people inside the barbershop. The woman who was shot passes away at the scene right in front of her 2-year-old son.
That boy gonna turn up be heartless, bro. Shh. They ain't turn that boy to a savage.
So she was scared. She didn't know which way to turn because they was coming everywhere.
Investigators and witnesses calling it a crazy scene. Crime scene tape, evidence markers litter a South Sacramento strip mall following a deadly shooting. Caught in the crossfire is a mother putting her child in a car seat.
And right now, sheriff's deputies and detectives want to know why that parking lot was turned into a killing zone.
We've learned tonight that the woman who was killed was 30-year-old Monique Nelson. Here's a picture of the victim.
Rest in peace, man. And prayers up to that son. What was this, 2010? So he about 12. Hopefully, you know, they got him on the right track.
Victim. We talked to Nelson's family tonight about the tragedy that
I'm tweaking. He probably 14.
claimed her life. In the meantime, the investigation
Probably in high
continues.
school right now. Crazy.
Marvion Barksdale passes away at the hospital. Wow, that's all I have to say. Wow. The court case for this massacre was crazy too. Oak Park Blood member Larry Jones, who was getting his haircut at the time, was also involved in the shooting. He would be the only person to testify in court. He would defend his case by saying he was simply in the barbershop to get a haircut with his friend James Carney. And when he heard gunshots, he simply pulled out his gun and started shooting back in self-defense. He would be acquitted of all charges. James Carney, whose revolver killed the woman in front of her son, is sentenced to 21 years in prison. He can be released on parole in 2027. Lonnie Mitchell would be charged with the murder of Marvion Barksdale. He would get 2 life sentences. His brother Lewis would also get 2 life sentences. On the other side, G-Mob member Charles Barksdale would be sentenced to 21 years in prison.
Yeah, man, this show, formerly known as Chuck's Bees, represent for something terrible. In 916 Sacramento, you know, I'm in my hood.
Jury verdicts in the murder of a young Sacramento mother surprised some people today. 2 brothers were found guilty in the killing at a Sacramento barbershop 4 years ago, but there were not guilty verdicts for others. KCRA3 Sharkina Shams has the details.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Lonnie Mitchell, guilty.
A jury found Lonnie Mitchell and his brother Lewis Mitchell guilty of first-degree murder today in the killing of Monique Nelson. Detectives say Nelson was trying to protect her 2-year-old son from gunfire outside a South Sacramento barbershop 4 years ago when she was struck and killed. Nelson's family did not comment after the verdicts were read today. These were not the only guilty verdicts prosecutors had wanted. They had argued that the Mitchell brothers were shooting at others, including James Carney and Larry Jones, who were lying in wait at the barbershop. But defense attorneys argued that those men were only protecting themselves when they returned fire.
Mr. Jones was sitting.
It's crazy that dude got off on all charges, man. That's wild. And the other dudes getting life in 20 plus years.
In the back of the barbershop quietly, minding his own business. And I think the evidence was very clear that he was trying to run away, shot twice in self-defense, and didn't shoot anybody, didn't hurt anybody.
And today the jury found Jones not guilty on all counts as he cried in the courtroom, and Carney guilty.
Wow, imagine being so bad with your gun actually saves your life. That's crazy.
Only of manslaughter,
because you ain't
not
hit nobody.
murder.
Around this time, Mozzie, then known as Lil Tim, was starting to rap. His career would be paused because he would be in and out of prison for firearms charges. His biggest stint was 2 years in San Quentin in 2010. On the other side, G Parkway rapper CML, or Lavish D, was thugging too. In 2007, his house would be raided where they would find a Tech 9 and a handgun. He would go to prison numerous times after that. His rap career started before Mozzie. Well, at least he started popping off earlier, around 2010. If you guys want me to continue this series into the current days of Oak Park versus G Parkway, let me know in the comments. They are still beefing to this day, and it may be even worse. Or if you want to see other Sacramento beefs or any other kind of beefs anywhere in the country.
Hey man, y'all, I'm gonna react to that video, man. I'm gonna do that for y'all. But let me know what y'all think about this, man. There was a lot to unpack in this video. A lot to unpack, man. A lot of dumb, senseless killings. A lot of innocent people hit. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what else you react to next. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. When road to 500 subscribers and every subscriber counts. See you guys next time. Peace.